Top of the top. Let me start this off by saying thank you to everybody that sent their donation and the overwhelming response to my recent posts on donate a buck for buck. I just want to be clear real quick with the people and bring y'all up to date. The donations that you guys sent, I used the donations to create a non-profit organization by the name of Give to Get, where we'll basically take these donations that you people are sending and helping out families in midlife crisis throughout the community. So I just want to give y'all a quick shout out, let y'all know that this organization was definitely built from the people and for the people. Keep sending your donations and let's help these families out here. 100.
What up, y'all? It's Jay Coffee Talk. You guys hear that audio clip? Young Buck says, he's basically taking these donations he's been asking for, give a buck to buck, and basically he's starting a nonprofit organization to help families that are having a midlife crisis. And you know what I say to this? Buck is having a all the way crisis. I don't know if I guess this is a midlife crisis. I don't know what's up with this dude. This dude's the worst. Check it out. Normally, you guys know, if you keep up with the channel, I'm a pretty reserved individual. I report on the topics and I just do me, but I got to keep it all the way funky on this one. And I'm just going to continue to call out Young Buck. And I guess you could say I'm going in on him on this one because I don't believe this for a second. Now, before I continue on, with what I'm talking about right now with this, with the donations and everything, scam, I got to say I've done a couple recent videos on Young Buck talking about how this man is a liar, that he continues to lie to the people. And, he's back now trying to have this comeback and, he's blaming everything on 50 Cent. Everything's a lie. 50 Cent made up everything. And, I suppose 50 Cent's probably, behind these articles that have come out from the media, recently over the past week or so, talking about Young Buck's recent court date. There's even documents to back them up where Buck is going on talking about that he's so broke, that he has to rely on his girlfriend for daily necessities. He's $150,000-$160,000 in debt between child support and, some other financial disputes that he's got going on. And then now he's asking for donations. But they're not for him. They're for a nonprofit organization that's for the people, by the people. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? But anyways, like I was saying, I've done a couple videos on this just saying how I've always, really rocked with Young Buck's music. But I just can't respect this man because he's just such a liar. You know what I mean? And it amazes me that there's some fans out there really buying this, what Young Buck's saying. They really believe that it's all just been a slander campaign by 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't heard numerous phone calls. And listen, I'm not even talking about the allegations of what Buck's preference is or what Buck does in his personal life. Like, I mean, some of Buck's fans or whatever that commented, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't even be surprised if Buck is behind some of these, ghost accounts going around commenting on YouTube videos and such. And believe me, like I said, I don't normally go in on people when I make videos, but there's some rappers out there that do that. You know what I mean? I've dealt with them before. I've been through a couple things with a couple rappers and such, and comedians since my little YouTube run, you know what I mean, who do some weird things, you know what I mean, who will hit you up and DM you and try to, be your friend and try and dish you and all kinds of weird stuff, you know what I mean, comment on videos from fake pages. And I wouldn't be surprised if Buck is behind some of these accounts. But come on, man, like, we really believe 50 Cent is behind all this? Yes, they're engaged in a beef. Yes, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent is making it hard for Buck right now, you know what I mean? Cease and desist orders, pulling down projects he's putting out, you know what I'm saying? Young Buck's talking about mixtapes that he put out. He can't collect the revenue because of his contractual obligations to G Unit, and he's trying to file for bankruptcy to get up out of that. But 50 Cent ain't behind all that, man. Yeah, 50 Cent trolls them and clowns them for different things, but Fifth ain't behind all that, man. Like, I can't even believe people buy this. But to the people who are out there saying this kind of stuff, like I said, y'all, for those who know me, who watch my channel, you know I don't even get down like this. But for those who really believe that, y'all are as stupid as Young Buck is stupid. And why is Young Buck stupid? Oh my God, like, take your pick. You feel me? How about the man never learned to stop talking on phones? We seen back in the day, 50 Cent put out a phone call where Young Buck, after, they were having beef the first time around, crying on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Then Spider Loc put out a phone call with Buck crying on the phone. You know what I mean? Then this last situation Buck was in, he got recorded on the phone like 5 times. Or how about he's stupid because he been signed to G Unit twice. He's made millions of dollars in the rap game, and this man can't never keep up with the IRS and pay his taxes, right? He squandered all his money away, and now he's out here asking for donations, trying to run some sham nonprofit organization. You know what I mean? Like, you made more money, than the average person could ever hope. You know what I mean? And I ain't hating, I ain't jealous of that. You know what I mean? I'm glad to see people succeed, but Buck's stupid. He can't never, keep his situation straight. He been to jail for back taxes, and then he's still going through it. You know what I mean? Then this man just went to jail right before the New Year's, around Christmas time, for back child support. And they hit him with a charge I never heard of before. They hit this man with child abandonment because he owed so much back child support, and I believe left the state as well. Like, I don't know. I think that's just pretty pathetic and pretty stupid. You know what I mean? To be a rap star, you out here flossing with your gold teeth, always, smoking that loud pack. You know what I mean? And you can't pay your child support or your taxes, and now you're in this situation where you got to rely on your girlfriend. Like, come on, man. This is pretty pathetic, you guys. Now, maybe I'm just not using the Google machine, the internet correctly, but I can't find any traces of this nonprofit organization just yet. I mean, maybe it's not up and running yet. Maybe I'm not searching correctly or whatever. I mean, I know there is a database for these organizations, but let me tell you something too. Just because something's a nonprofit organization does not mean it's legitimate or the money goes, to where it's supposed to go. Charities and stuff is sometimes some of the biggest scams out there. You know what I mean? People give their money over blindly a lot of the times and just trust that it will go where it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? But after all this, like I said, making the same mistakes over numerous times, constantly, you know what I'm saying, having his situation a mess, Buck would be that dude that would be unintelligent enough to make a nonprofit organization and keep the bread and scam the people. Like, that's what I'm saying. This guy is just not that smart. Like I said, we seen this guy calling up someone, begging them to take down videos, telling them he'll pay money, make a retract statement, and getting put on blast, and then calling up and doing the same thing. Like, this dude is just asinine. You know what I mean? Like, period. He's made the same mistakes over and over again. And I don't know. I just find this to be quite comical and a joke. You know what I mean? And for those who are going to get up in the comments talking that BS, you know what I mean? Playing to playing into the sympathy game that Young Buck's putting out there. 50 Cent slandering me. 50 Cent's been behind everything. Like, you really are just as dumb as him, man. This man got his foot in the door in the entertainment industry, making money, made himself a lot of money, and constantly is in these bad situations due to his own doing. You feel me? Yeah, 50 Cent is making things hard for him and having fun, you know what I mean, messing with him or whatever. But that's because they did bad business and he angered Buck. Like I said in my last video, if you remember correctly, when that whole last situation popped off, Buck, like Fifth wasn't even really dissing Buck. They weren't even really out there beefing like that. You know what I mean? He just jumped on the bandwagon clowning him like he does. But yeah, man, I just find this to be quite comical and funny that people are really playing into that. Like, listen, if you make money, you know, pay attention to what the way you're spending it. You know what I mean? And if you're fortunate enough to get in a bad situation and get up out of it, maybe you should not do it all over again. You feel me? But hey, it is what it is. But I just found this quite comical. I want to know what you guys think. Are you buying this non-profit organization? Like, what do you think about this whole situation? You know what I mean? It's tough times right now. You know, the country, it went through a situation, you know, like never before, being locked down. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of companies went under. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's times is hard, period, to get by. You know what I mean? But on top of this, a lot of people are in a lot of tough situations. You know what I mean? And this man who done been a millionaire and messed it all up is out here asking for the fans. You know what I mean? Who a lot of them, I want to say majority of the fans are just regular, everyday people. You know what I mean? Working 9-to-5 jobs, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's asking them to open up their you know, pockets or checkbook digitally, whatever you want to call it, to help him out. I don't know. I just find this to be funny, man. This dude's the worst. He really, really. This is some of the worst downfalls I've ever seen in hip hop. You feel me? But tapping in the comments, let me know your guys' thoughts. Make sure to sub to the channel, hit the notification bell, join Team Coffee, daily content, music, news, sports, current events, much, much more. Let's talk about this. And like I said, for those of y'all who are gonna get in the comments talking funny, I'm laughing at y'all. Straight up, man. Get up out of the comments crying. Go in Young Bucks, go hit him with the DM and cry with him. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.